I knew the chair was gone the moment my body lost balance, that split second where air replaces certainty. 200 guests watched me hit the marble floor so hard the impact echoed under the chandeliers. My sister's laugh sliced through the silence. She leaned over me, eyes bright with cruelty, whispering, "The floor suits you better, sis." I didn't answer. I just stood, smoothed my dress, and walked toward the exit. Slow, deliberate, unshaken on the surface. But inside, the night rewound like a blade unfurling. Backstory: when she was still my sister. There was a time I believed she'd protect me from the world. We were two girls sharing secrets on the rooftop, dreaming of futures where nothing could pull us apart. She was the loud one, I was the quiet one. She needed attention, I needed purpose. When her fiancé, Daniel, entered the picture, she clung to him like he was another spotlight. I stayed in the background, as usual. The helper, the fixer, the sister who patched holes no one else noticed. I didn't expect gratitude, but I also didn't expect betrayal. The discovery, the shift in her eyes. It began with glances, quick, assessing, envious. Then she stopped inviting me to wedding meetings, stopped sharing updates, stopped acknowledging that I, quiet, invisible me, was the one Daniel had come to for help when his company was drowning. No one knew, not even her. He had come to me 3 months earlier, panic barely masked behind his polished charm. "Your sister told me you're the smartest person she knows," he'd said. Funny how she later forgot to remember that. I saved his company. A $20 million empire held together by 3 documents, 2 calls, and my ability to move fast without bragging. But after the rescue, something changed. My sister looked at me like I was competition, not family. And when she started humiliating me in subtle ways, quiet digs, public jabs, whispered comments, I understood. She didn't want a sister, she wanted an audience. Shift in mindset. Silence is the sharpest weapon. I don't explode, I calculate. When someone shoves me, I don't shove back. I wait until they're standing on a cliff. The first time she tried to embarrass me publicly, I let it go. The second time, I took notes. The third, I built a plan. Not out of spite, out of balance. Out of a need to correct the scales she'd tipped too far. I didn't want to hurt her, but I wanted the truth to stand taller than her ego. So when Daniel reached out 2 weeks before the wedding, asking how to finalize the last step of the company restructuring, I knew fate had aligned itself neatly. I didn't sabotage, I didn't manipulate, I simply prepared. I placed every file in his hands. I made sure the board knew who had done the real work. I ensured my name was in the documents, in writing, immutable. I didn't need applause, just timing. Execution, the night everything aligned. Which brings me back to the marble floor, to my sister's grin, to the gasp of guests, to me standing in silence, leaving her with a victory she didn't understand she'd never earned. I reached the door when I heard his voice, deep, clear, cutting through the murmurs like a blade finding the weakest rib. "You're the one who saved my $20 million company, aren't you?" The room froze. I turned slowly. My sister's smile died. Guests shifted. Phones discreetly lifted. Daniel wasn't looking at her. He was looking at me, like he was seeing me for the first time. The weight of the truth settled in the air, heavy and impossible to ignore. "Why didn't you tell anyone?" he asked. I shrugged. It wasn't my story to tell. But the words hit her like a slap. Because everyone knew, everyone, that she would have screamed it from the rooftops if she were in my place. Daniel continued, voice steady, unbothered by the tension snapping around us. "You carried my company when it was collapsing. You didn't ask for credit. You didn't ask for money. You didn't even ask for a thank you. My sister's face shifted. Confusion first, then fear, then anger, twisting her features like a storm forming behind her eyes. "Why didn't you tell me?" she hissed at him. He looked at her with a calmness that scared even me. "Because I didn't trust how you'd use it." Gasps, whispers, a ripple through the crowd. And suddenly, humor flickered in me. Not loud, not cruel, just a quiet, poetic justice blooming exactly where she'd tried to bury me. My sister stepped forward, voice trembling. "She's trying to embarrass me. She's always trying to." "No," Daniel cut her off. "She stepped aside so you could shine, and you humiliated her." The spotlight shifted. For the first time in her life, she couldn't hide within it. She reached for him. He stepped back. And in that gesture, she realized the truth. I hadn't ruined her. She had destroyed herself.